Good afternoon, and welcome to TVM-News. Today is Friday, December 3rd. I'm Emma Rushworth.
And I'm Ellen France. Happy last broadcast before winter break, everyone. This week we have news about the annual Marywood Christmas tree lighting.
We also have news about two children who saved their mother's life.
And we'll check in with TVM sports anchors Soren Sponson and Nevica Molinero to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
An all-level stress-buster yoga class will be held on Monday. The event, which takes place at 11 a.m., will collect donations for the Women and Children's Resource Center. A $5 donation is required to attend the yoga class. The donations will help the center provide necessities for women displaced due to sexual abuse and domestic violence.
The annual tree lighting occurred this past Wednesday in the Rotunda. Music was performed by Marywood student musicians. Although the tree lighting was only open to members of the Marywood community due to the pandemic, the event was live-streamed so people could watch it at home. The Rotunda is open for anyone who wants to come see the tree from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. until December 22nd.
Marywood will be hosting an opportunity to grab a sweet treat and meet new people. Cookies and Cocoa with Store will be held on Thursday, December 16th from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Attendees will be able to enjoy the festive event and socialize with the SOAR students. Wearing a holiday sweater is encouraged.
Student Activities is hosting a gingerbread house making contest this Sunday in the Nazareth Dining Hall. The event will last from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Whoever builds the best house wins a cash prize.
An annual finals tradition will have students flipping into the winter break. Flapjack Fest will be held on Monday, December 6th from 8 to 11 p.m. in the Nazareth Dining Hall. Students are encouraged to attend to see their favorite faculty and staff serve up pancakes and receive a free t-shirt.
The Jarrett Yoder Foundation at the former South Campus Complex is hosting a Christmas event for 500 local families. They are in need of gift wrapping items such as wrapping paper and bows. The Marywood Adult Learners Club will be placing boxes throughout campus to collect these items. The drive will go until December 8th.
As part of Marywood-University's Making Spirits Bright, several holiday concerts are planned. The holiday concert series will kick off Sunday, December 5th with the Chamber Singers Concert at 4 p.m. in the Marian Chapel. The Guitar Ensemble Concert will be held on Wednesday, December 8th at 7 p.m., also in the Marian Chapel. The final concert for the holiday season is the String Project Holiday Gala Concert on Thursday, December 9th at 6:30 p.m. in the Set La Vergetta Center for the Performing Arts.
Sci-Chi, the Psychology Honor Society, hosted Selfies with Santa this past Wednesday in the Fireplace Lounge. Students, faculty, and staff were able to enjoy cookies and hot cocoa. Santa Claus also made an appearance and took pictures with guests. When we come back, we'll tell you all about a local Wegmans that sold a winning lottery ticket.
Myth. If you get COVID-19, you'll recover after a few days. That myth is false. We're only just beginning to understand the effects of COVID-19 on the human body, as we're starting to see more and more people identifying as long haulers who are having symptoms for weeks, if not months, after their initial infection. Continue to wear a mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. Together, we can keep COVID out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I don't think we're free in this country. For 100 years, you saw Black people menaced and targeted and lynched and beaten and brutalized. I think we're burdened by this history. More people have to be willing to do that uncomfortable, inconvenient thing that justice requires for things to get better.
Truth can inspire change. Learn more at EJI.org.
Welcome back. After human remains were discovered in Lycoming County, police opened an investigation. Hunters discovered the remains Monday morning near the Susquehanna River in Montoursville. As of now, authorities have been unable to identify the body.
A Luzerne County man who was behind bars for the death of his father was found dead this weekend in his cell. Ulysses Denman was serving 15 to 30 years for the shooting and killing of his father in 2018. He was found unresponsive in his cell in Cumberland County on Saturday, and the staff could not resuscitate him. His death is still being investigated.
The Scranton School Board reached an agreement with its teachers' union, officially ending the long-standing dispute over contracts. The contract will be valid through 2023 and will not raise taxes in the district. Additionally, the school board agreed to require masks for students in grades kindergarten through 12.
A new Christmas tradition has started in Taylor, Pennsylvania. On Friday night, the inaugural Miracle on Main Street celebration kicked off with a tree lighting in front of the library, a parade featuring Santa and Mrs. Claus, and an appearance from the Grinch. Residents hope to see this become an annual event.
Are being hailed as heroes after saving their mother's life. Leanna Yanone was experiencing a severe allergic reaction. Her 11-year-old son Nicholas and her 7-year-old daughter Alexia called their grandfather when they found their mother in distress. Their grandfather walked Nicholas through distributing the EpiPen onto his mother before having the children call 911. Leanna said, quote, "You couldn't be more proud, you know. Because of them, I'm alive."
A man in Cole Township has been charged with the murder of his mother. 61-year-old Sarah Jones was found dead 2 weeks ago in her home after an apparent head injury. Her son, Christopher Depka, is now in prison without bail after investigators filed homicide charges against him. Depka was first arrested at the murder scene for drug charges.
The Pennsylvania Supreme Court extended a statewide mask mandate in schools. Oral arguments in the case against the mandates will begin December 8th. This is when the court says schools will not be required to enforce mask wearing until a decision is made in the case. This expiration date is 4 days later than the date set by the Commonwealth Court.
A winning Powerball ticket was sold at a Wegmans in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The ticket is worth $100,000, and the Wegmans will receive $500 for selling the winning ticket. The winner has a year to claim their prize. When we return, we'll talk about the 28th school shooting in America this year.
They don't have symptoms. That myth is false. As we've seen, up to 40% of people who have COVID-19 are asymptomatic and can pass it on to others. So I'd recommend avoiding any social parties, especially indoor ones. If you want to try to socialize but reduce your risk, I'd recommend meeting outside in small groups, continuing to wear a mask, and socially distancing from others if you can. Then together, we can keep COVID-19 out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
The death total in the shooting at Oxford High School in Michigan is now at 4. 17-year-old Justin Schilling died of his injuries from the shooting on Wednesday. 3 other students were killed when a 15-year-old student opened fire Tuesday afternoon, injuring 6 people, including a teacher. The shooter was successfully taken into custody by police, and his parents have also been charged since they were the ones who bought him the gun.
6 family members were shot, and 3 people have since died after a shooting in a Nashville apartment on Friday night. The victims were 2 brothers and the suspect. Police are still investigating the shooting, but believe it was due to a break-in and robbery.
Honduras has elected its first female president. Leftist opposition candidate Xiomara Castro had received over 50% of the votes counted, while incumbent Nationalist Party candidate Nasri Afsura only received 34%. Afsura conceded, and the National Electoral Council has 30 days to officially declare Castro the country's next president.
One person is seriously injured after a Black Friday shooting in a Washington state mall. The mall reportedly had closed its doors to shoppers. No arrests have been made at this time, and police say that luckily this seems to have been an isolated incident.
4 people were injured after a World War II bomb exploded in Munich. Construction for a new train line near the busy Donnersberger Bruck station was underway when a 76-year-old bomb went off. One person was seriously injured and taken to the hospital. Bombs from the Second World War are commonly found in Germany even decades after it ended. They are usually diffused in a controlled setting when they are discovered.
300 to 400 FedEx packages were found in the woods on a man's property in Alabama. No one knows how they got there, but police and the company are investigating. Packages have since been delivered to their rightful homes.
CNN anchor Chris Cuomo has been suspended indefinitely by the media organization. An investigation by the New York Attorney General's office revealed Chris Cuomo advised his brother, who was the disgraced and former governor of New York, on ways to discredit allegations from victims, manipulate the media, and maintain power. Chris Cuomo has not disclosed the depth of his role in assisting his brother to his employers at CNN.
The zoning board in Dayton, Ohio has approved to tear down the Wright brothers' first bike shop. The building is 129 years old and deteriorating. A group proposed to the board to rip down all but the historic facade. That motion was not passed after a 5-1 vote. When we come back, we'll check in with TVM sports anchors Nevica Molinaro and Svoren Svanson for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
COVID-19 has changed how we express our faith and gather to worship. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to spreading the word without spreading concern.
Before we can safely come together, we need the facts.
As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Should I get it?
Is it safe?
Should I wait? It's smart to question. Now, get the facts at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you
Welcome back to TVM-News. Let's check in with Nevica Molinaro to get the latest Marywood sports updates. So Nevica, what's been going on in the world of Marywood sports?
Well, Emma, as the fall semester comes to an end, so do the fall sports.
Tell us more.
Thanks, Emma. As we approach the last week of classes, the fall sports come to an end. The Marywood men and women's swimming and diving teams have come to a conclusion for their fall season after the Diamond City Invitationals this past weekend in Wilkes-Barre. Out of the 10 teams in the competition, the girls finished 6th with a tally of 649 points, while the men's team finished 9th with a tally of 372 points. Samantha Peck took home first place in the 200 butterfly with a time of 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Both the men and women's swimming and diving teams will resume after winter break on January 14th against Misericordia University. The Marywood eSports team has entered the second round of the NECC playoffs. On November 16th, the Pacers went up against Springfield College, where they took home a 3-0 victory in Rocket League. On November 18th, the Pacers won 3-1 against Purdue University in Overwatch. Their next match will be against Bryant University as they play Rocket League in the NECC semifinals. The Marywood men's basketball team lost to Cairn University after a hard-fought 63-69 battle that took the Pacers into overtime. On November 20th, the Pacers lost 23-55 to Penn State Abington. Fortunately, the Pacers had a turnaround in their next two games. On Tuesday, November 23rd, the Pacers took home a hard-fought victory against Wilkes University with a score of 92-84. Both Jason Holzman and Brandon Reed finished with 18 points. Reed was also perfect on the free throw line, going 12 for 12. On November 29th, the boys won 89-80 against Keystone College, where Holman once again led the team with 27 points. Up next, the Pacers take on King's College on December 4th, home at 3 p.m. This past week, the Marywood women's basketball team competed in the cross-country challenge hosted by the University of Scranton. The Pacers won 1 out of 2 of their games that they played. On Saturday against Wilkes University, our girls won 69-63. Unfortunately, on Sunday, the Pacers were unable to keep that streak as they lost to King's College 91-47. The girls were able to make the comeback, though, on Monday, November 29th, against Penn State Hazleton with a 76-55 victory. Freshman forward Stephanie Klimek was named the Atlantic East Defensive Player of the Week. Up next, the girls will take on SUNY Delhi on Tuesday, December 7th at 6 p.m. at home. Sophomore soccer player Josephine Score was named the 2021 Atlantic East Conference Offensive Player of the Year, All-Atlantic East Conference First Team honoree, and a regional All-American by the United Soccer Coaches. Score becomes Marywood's 10th All-Region selection in the program history. Congrats, Josephine. That's going to do it for Marywood sports this semester. Let's check in with Soren Swanson for the latest in the 2021 to hear professional sports. Soren?
Thanks, Devika. Here are some NFL matchups to look forward to this Sunday as we approach Week 13 of the professional football season. To start, the Los Angeles Chargers are squaring off against the Cincinnati Bengals at 1 p.m. on CBS. The next game will be the Philadelphia Eagles trying to bounce back after losing last week as they square off against the New York Jets at 1 p.m. on CBS. Finally, the featured game of the week will be on Monday night as the New England Patriots take on the Buffalo Bills on ESPN at 8:20. You can look forward to these NBA matchups coming up this weekend. The first matchup will be today, and it's between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks in the State Farm Arena, and can be watched on ESPN at 7:30 and on NBA League Pass. On Saturday, the Chicago Bulls will square off against the Brooklyn Nets in the Barclays Center at 7:30 and can be watched on NBA League Pass. Finally, the featured game of the week takes place on Sunday, and it is between the Utah Jazz and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can watch this game at 3:30 in the Rocket Mortgage Field House or on NBA or on TV through NBA League Pass. Now here are the featured games for college football. To start, today, number 11 Oregon will take on number 19 Utah for the Pac-10 championship game at 8 p.m. on ABC. Tomorrow, number 7 Oklahoma State takes on number 8 Baylor for the Big 12 championship game at noon on ABC. Also on Saturday, you can watch number 4 Alabama take on number 1 Georgia for the SEC championship game at 4 p.m. on CBS. Finally, the featured game of this week is number 5 Michigan taking on number 16 Iowa for the Big 10 championship game at 8 p.m. on Fox. Now here are some college basketball games to look forward to this weekend. To start today, number 2 Purdue will take on unranked Iowa at 9 p.m. on the Big 10 Network. Tune in on Saturday when number 6 Villanova takes on unranked St. John's at noon on FS1. Finally, Saturday, number 16 Alabama will take on number 3 Gonzaga at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. That is all for professional sports for 2021. Back to the desk.
Cable network channel BET broke the Guinness World Record for the longest Soul Train in New York City this weekend. Ahead of the annual Soul Train Awards, 536 people lined up and danced through Marcus Garvey Park in Harlem. To qualify, they had to dance in pairs for at least 40 feet. They beat the previous record, which was 426 people. Wow, that sounds like an absolute blast of a world record to be a part of.
New Harlem Renaissance, maybe.
Maybe. That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone at TV Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest happenings and to watch additional content. I'm Emma Rushworth.
And I'm Ellen France. Have a fantastic winter break, Marywood. We'll see you in 2022.